Welcome back. Top of the sixth, the Astros with the 5-4 lead over the Red Sox. And with that 5 runs, there's a grand slam in there by George Springer, who's had one heck of a series here at Fenway Park, the ballpark he grew up going to games in. Had the 2-run shot last night in the first game that or the second game he had played in this ballpark, and then today with the big grand slam, putting those 4 ribbies on the board, giving the Astros a huge boost. I am with his parents right now. I know this has to be a lot of fun for you guys. Marie and George joining me, and I've seen you at this ballpark the past few years. And George, I start with you. Just how often did you guys come to game? George, of course, saying he's a hometown boy, about 2 hours from here, but how often did y'all make it to this ballpark when he was little?
I mean, I could tell you that certainly during the early years, we were here quite often, and we probably came 10, 15 times a year. A lot of times because the bleacher seats back in the days were a lot more affordable than they are today. It'd be Friday night or a Saturday morning, and we would just take a ride up here and get the tickets that day and go and watch the games from the bleacher seats. And it was really enjoyable. As years progressed, we came more as a family. So there'd be 5 of us sitting out usually in the right field grandstands watching the games. So this obviously occupies a very special place for us, being that it really is, I consider it's almost a hometown feel for us.
And for you guys, I mentioned I've seen you guys here the past couple of years. So George gets called up a couple of years ago, but has yet to be able to play in this ballpark until this season. Some unfortunate timing with some injuries. How tough was it for you guys to know that he wouldn't get in some of those games?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag. On the one hand, he was obviously called up to the major leagues, which is the fulfillment of a long life dream for him. So in that sense, we are really gratified that he was here in a uniform and activated to the roster. Unfortunately, because he was injured, he wasn't playing. So for us, it was a little frustrating and somewhat disappointing to see that he could get on the field. But I will tell you, these last couple of days have made up for it in spades. Worth
the wait. So what did you think the first time, that first homer that we talked about, the 2-run shot yesterday over the Green Monster? What was the family like up there in the family section?
Ecstatic. Extremely happy. Obviously this is a very, very hard game, and it's difficult to get base hits in this game, let alone to hit home runs. So it was really great to see him deliver in a very key situation to help the team win, because that's the most important thing.
Well, he outdoes himself today with the grand slam. Mom, I've got to get you in on this. You say you're shy, but you have to tell me how you were feeling.
Oh my God, words cannot explain the joy that I was up there having. This was a childhood dream of his, playing at this ballpark, and for him to actually hit a home run last night, to be on the field, hit a home run, and then today a grand slam, it does not get better than that.
I thank you both so much for joining us, and I know you have a ton of family and friends here, so I'm going to let you get back to the game. But thanks, George and Marie Springer.
Well, thank you, Julia. Thank you.